Let's talk about the reverberation of the outrage and American troops being targeted because of this. No, they're not fighting in that war, but they're in the region. Retired Navy SEAL commander, coordinator of the U.S. Hostage Working Group, Dan O'Shea. Dan joins us now. Thank you very much. Are you concerned by this increase in attacks, or was this expected and understood and can be absorbed?
Well, of course, all this is being done via proxies, but it's all being directed out of Tehran. The U.S., as you mentioned earlier, there's been 40 attacks. The U.S. responded roughly a week ago with an F-15 and F-16 sortie that took out basically an ammunition dump that apparently no one was there, and there were 8 more attacks in the 8 days that followed. So our response to the attacks on American troops, of which over 45 have taken, there's been some injuries. 20 or so have been evacuated to launch school to be treated. Others have TBI. They're basically in buildings that were hit by these drones. So, we have to go back and look at how are we going to wait until we've got another 13 dead before we do something about it? So we're walking a very thin line, and the U.S. response is limited to try and reduce the escalation of this conflict to a wider region.
What does doing something about it look like?
Well, I think every airport where these drones are launching from needs to be targeted. Sending a message with F-16s to drop a multi-million-dollar bomb on an empty building or even an ammunition dump where you weren't striking anything really doesn't send a message, because obviously there's been 8 more drone strikes in the 8 days that have followed. So they need to step up that response and send a message of deterrence. We have 2 aircraft carriers in the Gulf. We just announced to the world that we're sending a nuclear submarine, but we're like Teddy Roosevelt. We're walking with a big stick, but right now, no one thinks the U.S. is going to use that big stick.
Now, the competing interest is you start doing what you're suggesting and you raise the temperature in the region, and you get mission creep into an active conflict. Is that why they're not doing it?
Well, there's a host of reasons. Number one, there's 13 or so American hostages still being held. Any escalation of this conflict jeopardizes those lives. And there's, again, 240 total hostages, of which, as last count, 35 plus countries. So everyone is walking a very narrow tightrope right now, and they're trying not to escalate that. But right now, we have a show of force of these 2 aircraft carriers in the Gulf, but that is not demonstrating deterrence. I think it's time for that game to be stepped up, but they need to do it incrementally. So it is not mission creep. It's mission creep, but more fearful mission escalation of the war, drawing in the U.S. into this conflict, which no one wants to see happen.
One last thing. It's very simple for people to say, ceasefire. You've done enough, Israel. You've beat them down. You've killed 10 times what they did. That's enough. Let's have a ceasefire on both sides. What's wrong with that idea?
Well, for everything you mentioned before about the culture of Hamas and their intent to wipe Israel off the face of the earth, Israel got complacent over, the 2005 when they pulled out of Gaza and the last conflict. So Hamas has stated, the IDF has stated very clearly, and Netanyahu, they are going to wipe out Hamas, and I think this thing is far from over, unfortunately.
I agree with you. You know a lot more than I do, but even I see that this is, we've got a long way to go. Brother O'Shea, thank you very much for your insight, as always, to be continued. Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.